Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Loosebumps 2, the Dappageddon behind the scenes. As you know, if you watch the movie, Dappy transforms into this huge gorilla that Trevor has to attack. Trouble is, setting it up. And this is just right after I played Jake the Reaper. Fun fact, when Jake the Reaper's scythe broke in the movie, that was completely unintentional. I had to improvise and actually just throw the rest of the scythe like against the arcade door. I had no plans on Jake the Reaper's scythe breaking. That was great. I love playing Jake the Reaper. It's such a fun role. Now I get to play something a bit more cinematic. Dappy, or otherwise known as Dappy or Dapple, your preference, of the other underworld. Alright, so now, it's going to be a long process because I have to remove all this makeup and I have to color my face entirely green just for one moment of... This is going to be fun. Not. My least favorite part of my movies is doing the makeup because it takes so long and you can't mess up. Thankfully, when I play Jake the Reaper, you can see that little mess up there. It is actually so dark on the set at the time that I play Jake the Reaper. Alright, so now what I gotta do first is I gotta take off this costume, which is actually a pain because I have to worry about not messing the makeup up. Or you know what? I'm gonna wash that costume. It's a dirty costume. I look like the Cat in the Hat. I'm the Cat in the Hat! Except that I'm not actually Cat in the Hat, and I'm Salvatore and I play Jake the Reaper in a horror film! This is the first movie ever that I have had to wipe off makeup and then put new makeup on. This is exhausting. And I didn't even start to do it yet. I have to completely wet this towel, and I literally just put on this makeup like half an hour ago, so it's probably still like all raw and stuff. This is my face without the Jake the Reaper makeup. It's finally gone. So now I get to put on the Dappy costume after I put on the makeup. This makeup it will kind of be easier to do. It really depends on your perception. I think it's going to be easier to do because Dappy is all green. His face is all green, so it's going to be easy. As we're Jake the Reaper, you have to save space for the lips, lower neck, and nose. It's gonna be a little bit harder because we have this big giant sponge and I have to cover at the very least my face and top of my torso, and that's all the green paint we got, so I need to make every little bit of this count. The good side though is that this the green was literally never used. It was one of the only colors I never used, as were orange, yellow, blue, and purple out of this specific kit. So, this is the entirely green. This does not work. I don't know what we're gonna do. So, here goes nothing, I guess. You see, this green is a lot darker of a color, so I have a prediction that it might apply better, but we're gonna find out for ourselves, I guess. We can leave the lips red, because Dappy's supposed to be like evolved into a mammal.
I personally feel like Dappy's makeup in the end was just a waste of time, because you'd have to look very, very closely into the camera, not even into the camera, like into the video to even see like a fraction of it, like in the eyelids. You can see how like Dappy's makeup is kind of there, but it's all just a waste. I feel like I did a better job with the costume picking than the makeup. This is not to mention that Loosebumps 2 was one of my most expensive films ever. In fact, it was the only movie I ever had to actually pay money for. I've had to pay money for other productions. Well, there is one other movie, and then there were none Dr. Seuss version. That movie, I had to spend $100 on the puppets, not the puppets, the stuffed animals. But Loosebumps 2, Dappageddon, Dappy's costume costs $80. It was a green gorilla costume I found on Amazon for $80. And if you count Jake the Reaper's costume, which was the additional $20 from Spirit Halloween, but it was really my Halloween costume, so I don't generally count that as expenses for the Loosebumps movie. But if you count that costume, it would have amounted to actually more than we spent on the Then We're None Dr. Seuss version. So, I guess technically if you include literally every damn expense, Loosebumps 2, the Dappageddon, was the most expensive movie I ever produced, with a total of $103 of Infinity Studios money. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money to, like, this is a penny to Warner Brothers, and other creators on YouTube, but for a small business like Infinity Studios, $100 is frickin' mountains.